Welcome everybody to my cooking channel yet again. Today we've got something different going on here, and we're going to be using we call it the skottel braai. This is a barbecue gas braai. We call it the braai here. Anyway, this is all about food. Let's get into it. So this is new. Don't take this literally. This is a brand new recipe for me too. Something that I just created because you know my channel is all about using what we have available in the fridge and in our cupboards. So I have meat, I have tomatoes, I have onions. There they are. There's the meat already prepared with the garlic, the bay leaves, olive oil, and perhaps a little bit of lemon. There we go. Throw a little bit of that on there. Okay, there's the tomatoes, a little bit of chorizo. I've already prepared the 2-minute noodles, which we will be using for the wok, as you guys are probably familiar with. There's the onions. Just going to throw that in immediately. Hope it's not too hot. And we're going to get that going slowly. So just as you would with a normal pot, the onions in this case have been cut a little bigger than usual. So there's olive oil in it already. And something that shouldn't be in there. There, that's out. Right. And we let that go slowly. So I'm going to be editing the movie, as you know, so that we don't waste time. So the only spices I'm going to be putting on today will be a little bit of paprika on there. Generous a portion. I mean, don't overdo it, but just enough. Oregano. Some people put it on before, some afterwards. As I say, I'm not here comparing myself to anybody. I'm just putting stuff together to ensure that I have a decent meal tonight. And mix that up nicely. The gas is on low. And if need be, we can add water as you would with a normal frying pan. Okay, just add a little bit of water. Not too much because we're still going to throw the tomatoes in there. And tomatoes have lots of water, contain lots of water, so we don't want to overdo anything. Now, where's the salt? That's already on the steak, prepared with the garlic, a little bit of olive oil, pepper, and the lemon juice, remember. So that will come in later. We're going to mix it all up. The 2-minute noodles already have some of the spice that comes with the 2-minute noodles. So nothing fantastic, nothing extravagant. Just easy, straightforward cooking. A little bit more water, since it's already absorbed most of it. There we go. And let that saute nicely as you would with a normal pan. Right, so just going to pause so we can continue throwing the rest of the ingredients. At this stage I'm going to throw the chorizo, because chorizo, although it's already cooked, it just creates it just gives out an aroma that's unique to what I would call a Portuguese wok. Okay, this is not a Chinese wok, although it has many of the ingredients that are familiar to the Chinese wok. So that carries on. So all that's happened is I've thrown in a little bit more oregano. You know, as you go along, you decide what you should and shouldn't be adding. And I have to mention, since this is not only my first skottel braai, this is the first time I'm making this particular meal, but I have complete confidence that by the time I'm done with this is going to be absolutely stunning. This is just what I need for tonight. Had a pretty challenging Saturday, so I think a good meal will make will break the stresses of our daily lives. So there we go. Now, next go the tomatoes. There we go. It's just one tomato. I'm not sure if I should throw in more or not. Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't turn the heat up slightly. Like I say, it's my first time. I'll rather take it easy and have this done properly. So I'll rather pause, edit the video, and continue as we go along. So I'm going to check that heat quickly. So yes, I have turned the heat up slightly. Hope I haven't overdone it. So to be safe, a little bit of water just to keep it all under control. And soon we'll be throwing the rest of the vegetables. But before I do that, I think I should throw the steak. Actually, I'm confused now because the vegetables are quite hard. So maybe I'll throw the vegetables in and then the steak later. Although that goes all against every principle that I'm familiar with relating to cooking. So let's get those. So there it is. Frozen vegetables. Nothing spectacular. Like I said, you use what we've got. So just going to take a handful of that and throw it in there. This is a Chinese stir-fry mix, and I honestly believe this will do the trick. And no need for water right now, or maybe a little, because the contents are becoming bigger and bigger every time. Just going to throw a little bit more. There we go. A little bit of lemon juice again. And water. Excellent. I'm glad I turned the heat up with so much content. Alright. So this will take another 5 or 6 minutes because the vegetables were frozen, and carrots, as you know, take a little long. And I don't have a lid for this. If I had a lid, I would close it and let it cook with a lid. But I don't have it. So we'll just have to work with what we got. This is what this is all about. So while we wait, although I've prepared the steaks and it does have salt, I think the right thing to do now would certainly be to add a little bit more salt, because there's a substantial amount of vegetables and things going on here which we want to taste good. It's got this pepper already, which I didn't throw on the vegetables, that's on the steak, but I might throw in a little bit more pepper. So whilst we wait, I'm going to throw in a little bit more water, especially on that side there. There we go. And a little bit more lemon. Got to be generous with the lemon, although there is also lemon there. So yeah, almost there. We're almost getting to the steak. I need to ensure that the carrots are done, because like I say, without the top to help it, to assist it to cook, it's just a bit more complicated. So I'll see you in a moment. So I wish I had some oyster sauce or anything Chinese to add to this, but like I said, this is a semi-Portuguese wok. So at this point we're going to continue and throw the steak. It's frying steak. Let's use up all the juices and the olive oil that's left there, and get that going. Right. Now, I normally associate the aroma of the meal with its taste, and to be honest, that's not happening here. But that's typical of the wok cooking. So I can't expect the same reaction from a Portuguese refogado to what's going on here. And then after this, of course, we'll just add the noodles, and that pretty much summarizes the wok. I think a little bit of butter or rama would go down well here, and I think I am going to do that. So if you just give me a moment. Today I don't have rama, I have stork. So we use stork. I personally prefer rama, but like I said, we use what you got. Just a little bit of cream to the mix Olive oil on its own should suffice, but something tells me a little bit of margarine will go a long way in this mix. So there we go, starting to look delicious, starting to certainly look edible. The steak is busy going. Just going to throw in a little bit more margarine. A little bit more. I know it's awkward to film and to cook. One hand, there's two hands actually. It's two hands, right? That's correct. But it seems to be working out so far until such time that we can do this differently. Alright, the aroma is starting to now infiltrate the contents of this pan, the contents of this dish. So that means it is acquiring the taste that one would expect of a decent meal. So yeah, starting to get excited now. A little bit more water, I think. Like that. And in the next 5 or 6 minutes I'll be throwing the 2-minute noodles. And we'll show you the final result in the end, as I always do. Okay, let this ensure the meat gets cooked properly. Okay, final stages, and of course, lest we forget, my trademark. It's not a specific wine, it's just a wine, a red wine. You could use green wine. Used a little bit more wine there than I would for any other meal, because this is cooking. So you can add a little bit more wine. We want a decent sauce. And like I said, this is a Portuguese wok. It's not a Chinese wok, if I may use the word wok. My wok is WOKKE, so that there's no trademark issues. You can never be too careful in this day and age. You have to be correct with many things, and that's one of them. So that's fine. Now we're going to throw in the noodles. There we go. And guess what? There's more than enough food to go around. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm going to stop it here because the noodles are already done. Throw it all in a dish and let you see the result. And ladies and gentlemen, it was more complicated than anticipated, but there it is, Portuguese wok. This looks absolutely, it's even steaming. I think I've got to give it a try, because on video things always look appetizing, and in this case it's looking more appetizing than it normally does. So if you'll allow me, I'm just going to take a piece here and try it out, and I'll let you know. Oh yeah, no, this is certainly meets the expectation. So there you go. I hope everything was clear. The preparation was easy. I did not leave the meat overnight. I could have. This was all put together in like 10 minutes within my working schedule, with which today I happen to have to do. But we needed to eat, right? So there you go. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support. Those that like, appreciate you very much. I really don't take it lightly. And we'll see you again on my next video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share, do what you do to help me take this channel to the level it needs to go. Thanks a lot. Cheerio.